Hey, welcome everybody back to Julian's Detroit Driver Blue frequency. Um, Coming to you after my night here. It's about a little bit after 4:30 a.m. and I last left you guys with the fact that I was at a ping and going to a couple pickups that I had to make. Anyway, I had a dilemma tonight. It was kind of interesting. Well, I had two dilemmas that were kind of interesting, but I'll tell you the more the first one that happened was regarding lost property, okay, or Ryder leaving property behind. So he left behind a baseball cap. Now I'm in front of this guy's home where he says he lives, and no sign of him or anything like that. I'm not blowing my horn or anything, but anyway, what I did was I went through the steps for the first time to report items that you find leaving behind and that they leave behind, and you got to take a picture of it, make a quick notation. They basically tell you within 48 hours they're gonna get a hold of the passenger. They ask you whether it's okay to share your number with them. So what they're gonna do is he's gonna supposedly give me a call within 48 hours. And the app, Uber's telling me to keep the item safe. So I did put it in the trunk, um, along with the rest of my garbage. No, I'm kidding. Uh, no, it's fairly nice. Bad Boys Pistons hat, black Pistons hat. I mean, it's like the first time I ended up having to do that and cover my tracks a little bit regarding the gentleman. You know, he's a nice guy, Mikhail. Um, anyway, so I had a very interesting situation with him. He tried to sit in front, and I think that's how you say his name. We'll just call him Mr. M. Anyway, he tried to sit in front. Yeah, you know, I kind of took exception to it because he's a bigger individual. He was going to have to be messing with the seat and everything like that. Basically, long story short, I politely asked him to sit in back. Okay. We did have a bottle of liquor that was capped, but I had to watch this liquor bottle just in case you had any ideas. Uh, Sometimes I forget that the camera up here has a better resolution for people in the front seat, but I don't know. Uh, so that was interesting. Monitored the fact that he kept it at his feet. He did not open it. It didn't look like the seal was cracked to me where I was sitting. Um, the other thing that happened was it took a young lady with two other riders to home about 4 or 5 miles away from this bar. And she made some comment about that she would have to Uber home eventually, basically giving the impression that she was not going to stay the night. They seem to want her to stay the night. So, sure enough, I get her ping about an hour later. Go back over there. You know, this girl was so intoxicated, she was convinced she left her wallet behind, so we're halfway to her house from Royal Oak to Ferndale. and she's like basically telling me, you need to turn around and go back and get my wallet. So I do with due diligence. I turned around on Woodward Avenue, and as we're going back there, I even called the person that got the Uber for her, and was able to make contact with the person that was in the house from where she was at. So in good faith, they checked the area where she was at, reported that they didn't find a wallet, and at that point, just had her check her belongings, her items, her jacket. Sure enough, her wallet was just inside her jacket pocket. So it's one of these things where you can't always. Sometimes you have to prod and ploy a little bit. Like, did you check all your pockets? Let's go ahead and do a once over. Why don't you just go ahead and start patting yourself down, okay, before we have to go all the way back. So that was that. That was a real interesting. And the person, thank you for calling me and thank you for checking up and making sure. I'm like, yeah. Because that would have been crazy if that was like their intention. But I doubted that was the case completely. Anyway, that's pretty much all I got for this particular time of the night. Thanks for tuning into my frequency and Detroit Driver Blue. I didn't put the roller cam dash light on, special dash light, because I have this all this light from the street beaming into the car. Turns out to be sort of a red light on my face, but doesn't seem like that. It looks like more of an orange light as I'm looking out onto the street. Downtown Royal Oak is very peaceful right now. It's really nice to see. Like, hardly anything going on, and it was very, very slow when I got back over this area. But I was able to cash out at 90. So just 2/3 of the way toward my goal, which is a beautiful thing. So I'm standing by here after doing that little notification, that picture I took of the item. And I'm hoping that they call him or send him a text message. He looks out his window and sees my car in front of his house. That's probably not going to happen. That would be too much like right, as they say. Make too much common sense for that to happen. Anyway, point where I'm going to have that AM Java pretty soon. Well, drive safe. Have a good rest of your night if you're out there driving, or your day, depending on what time you're viewing this episode. And feel free to get ready to tune into the next episode of Julian's Detroit Driver Blue. Thanks for being on the frequency with me. Like, comment, and kindly subscribe if you like this video. Peace.